Hello, Riverdale fans and Archie Comics fans, and welcome to my review and theories of Riverdale Chapter 7 in a Lonely Place. What a episode it was. We may have a new suspect in our midst. Yes, we may have a new suspect. Ooh. And yes, I will talk about the theories now and start with my review in a bit. So my theories. I got a new suspect in our midst. Yes, we have. We got F.P. Jones, which is Jughead's father, a new suspect. At the end in the closing scenes of the episode, we saw Jughead have a little speech at the end of the episode, like we always have. And yes, we see we see J.P. Jones, F.P. having alcohol, drinking alcohol, because he's got an alcohol problem, and so the camera moves to the scene, walks him to where he's going, and we see in his wardrobe Jason Blossom's jacket. Like, oh my god, it's just like, what? Why has F.P. Jones has got Jason Blossom's jacket? Why? We don't know. Is it Jughead? This is a whole new theory. Is it Jughead? I don't know. It's not going to be Jughead as the murderer. We don't know. It could be Jughead's father. That's the new suspect. He may be not a new suspect. We don't know. It's just like keeping the trail of who killed Jason Blossom and that. And my theory is F.P. Jones I think F.P. Jones was there that night of Jason Blossom's death, and probably saw Jughead and Betty that night, finding all the elements and that, and got Jason Blossom's coat. That's one piece of the elements. Wasn't burned in the car, burned in the fire. So we don't know. We'll have to find out. So on to the review. But there's our theory, of course. Right, I will do the review in a bit. The other theory is, why did Cheryl said, "Oh, you have to get out of here," and all that, and so basically, Polly is staying with Veronica and Hermione Lodge. So basically, it was Cooper versus the Blossoms this week. Oh yes, it was. Polly Cooper. Yeah, it was. So So here's my review of the episode. Yes, here's the synopsis. The new rumors were when a male piece of the elements is mystery destroyed. Cheryl apologized. And Betty with an unexpected proposal. Yes. And so now the Blossom knows that Cheryl and Polly is pregnant with Jason Blossom's child. And so I love the opening. Let's talk about the opening first. The opening of the episode, we see Jughead having a dream, and we see the classic costumes from the comics Yeah, we do, and it was like, oh my god, brilliant opening ever. But yeah, we see Jason, we see Polly, we see Jughead, we see Hal Cooper, we see Alice Cooper, Betty, and of course Archie as well, saying, "Oh, why did you stab me in the back?" So what? Damn. But yeah, it was so the search of Polly begins. Yeah, Archie knows now that Jughead is finally find out that Jughead is sleeping rough, and he accept he asks, "Oh, come live with us, please. Yeah, come live with us." Boom, boom, and he says, "No, I'm fine." Blah blah, and we see F.B. Jones on he's an alcoholic. We find out F.B. Jones is an alcoholic, so Jughead's trying to fix things, and Jughead wants to fix things, so he asks Fred, um, Archie's dad, to give F.P. Jones his job back, and we find out massive stuff from each Fred and FP. So yeah, Jughead gets arrested, gets interviewed for something, from the fire of the car, and boom, FP Jones is Jughead asks, "Oh, call my dad," and Archie says, "Yeah, sure, and he's nowhere to be seen. So Fred does it, gets him out of jail, and Jughead, FP goes like, "Oh, I'm giving him peace of mind and that." So yeah, but Jughead said, "No, Dad, it's not worth it." Like, boom, because he's completely drunk, and FP goes off with not go off with like off goes pushes Fred to say, "He's my son, and they're like, "What?" It was an emotional turn of events with Jughead trying to fix things with his father and his mom, and he is trying to bring them back, the whole family back, with Jughead's sister, of course. Was his sister called Jelly Bell or something? Yeah. This is like, okay, yeah. But it was like emotional events. So the search begins with Polly, with Jughead and Betty trying to search with her parents as well, search with to find Polly, and we find out that Polly was hiding in the basement and of the Cooper's house, and so Polly wants money and to get out of it, to get out of Riverdale town, get out of town. But when the search begins, Polly, the Blossoms are involved, of course, and then when Alice gets a statement that Polly didn't kill Jason. Polly wouldn't hurt a fly with Jason's baby like that, and so yeah, the Blossoms have a go. So apparently the Blossom wants to help with telling, "Oh, where's Betty?" and that, and so when it's all clear now, and Cheryl comes back from the meeting with her parents. She said, "Oh, do you think Polly did drugs of hurting the baby and that? So yeah, Cheryl said, you need to get out of here. And my parents don't want you, like that. Like in the last one, it said what? Said what? Said what? And with Cheryl, with JJ's baby as well. So yeah, Veronica says, oh, it's alright, it's okay, Polly and Betty. She can stay with me and my mom. My mom's gonna be okay with it, and she was okay with it. And so yeah, it was a really good episode. So there was a one double teeth moment. So in the closing scenes, we see Jughead and Archie putting a bed in for Jughead because he's staying there for a while in Archie's house. So basically, we're seeing the closing scenes, which I said in my theories. We found a new suspect. Well, we don't know if he is a new suspect. We don't know if F.P. Jones is a new suspect. We don't know. But yeah, we see in the ending scenes, the closing scenes at the end of the episode, Jughead's Jason Blossom's coat, jacket in the wardrobe of near FP's jacket. So chapter 7 in a Lone Place was really good, fantastic, shocking as well, and brilliant and awesome. So I'm gonna give in the Lone Place at 9.5 out of 10 because it was really good and fantastic at the same time. So yeah, Riverdale is having a break for 2 weeks. So Riverdale returns on March the 30th on CW for Americans at 9/8 Central, and returns on Netflix on March the 31st. So hope you enjoy this review, guys. Give this a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Do you think what do you think of F.P. Jones being the new suspect? Did F.P. Jones kill Jason Blossom? Why is Jason Blossom's jacket in the wardrobe in Jughead's house? Jughead's dad's house. We have to find out in 2 weeks' time, guys. In 2 weeks' time. So yeah, give this a thumbs up. So comment down below what you thought of this week's episode. Click here to subscribe for more reviews like this, guys, and click here for my chapter 6 review. Hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you soon for another fantastic reviews, guys. And coming up tonight will be Mob Dad episode 2. Bye.